start with teams to watch. I'm going to give you 3 teams to kind of watch here. You can give me 3 off the top of your head here. I'm going to start with East Carolina.
Yes.
I love ECU every single year. They're like Coastal Carolina. You just got to ride the wave. You got to ride the wagon of the team. But the difference
Well,
is,
they're not as big of a wagon though.
no, they will never be as big as a wagon as the Chanticleer wagon.
Like Gusto is the wagon.
It is the one and only wagon. Shant's up. We're dialed. Anyway, they were ranked 24th going into the season by Baseball America. It's a mid-major that is literally always around come tournament time when we start getting to conference tournaments and regionals. They're always around.
They played a good weekend series against UNC.
Yep, they did. They had a great series. Here's the thing with East Carolina, though. They can never get over the hump. They hold the record for most amount of active years of not being able, I believe, to either get to a super regional or to get to a World Series.
I think it's a super regional.
It might be a super regional, but they can just never get over that hump.
They're unlucky too. They always get matched up with a powerhouse in the regional.
They do. It's something unworldly. So it's kind of like, well, why should we expect anything different? And I think we can expect something different. This year feels like the year of the mid-majors. There are so many mid-major teams that are fucking good. That
I agree with that.
No one will talk about. I'm about to tell you another team, and you'll be like, really? That team? No fucking shot. But the way they've started is like, holy shit, there's a chance.
Okay.
But this team, when I look at ECU, I look at experience. Ethan Norby, ace of the staff, has been the ace of the staff for 3 years. Gavin Van Kempen, he transferred from WVU. He's a Saturday starter all week long. Sean Jenkins, he's going to get the midweek starts. Dawson Neal, big-time lefty out of the pen. Joseph Webb and Luke Payne, both upperclassmen transfers, and both have major strikeout and upside and just huge velocity everywhere. Then you've got Braden Burris, probably one of the top East Coast players in the country that no one talks about. He is, the slugging, the on base, the stealing, everything. He does everything so well. Then you have Jeff Sabater. He's one of the fastest players in the nation. I don't know if you've got to watch him, Bobby. Dude, oh my gosh. He rivals Trey Turner speed.
Shit.
Like, he is blistering quick. I think...
I have not got to... I watched a little bit of East Carolina over the weekend when they played UNC.
Right. I feel like man, this team feels like a wagon, but I think this team goes as Sabater goes. Because you know how it is with speedsters. Because they just kind of set up the entire day.
Yeah.
They have catching depth like crazy, Bobby. All 3 of their catchers could be starters anywhere. And I think that's good for them because that means you're getting fresher legs come tournament time.
Yeah, which is always nice.
That is massive for teams who maybe don't necessarily have the depth. I think they'll have a leg up and they can kind of throw anybody out there and go, we got a guy, and not have to lose. You'll probably see multiple catchers in the lineup. One is the DH and one is a catcher.
Yeah.
Because they have so much depth. And I think they have one of the top freshman classes in the country, especially for the mid-majors. I know Texas has a great freshman class. Florida has a great freshman class. Michigan State is surprising. They've got a phenomenal freshman class, but ECU seems like a team that has everything you could want on a team, but no one's talking about them because I think of that history. I think we're on year 69 or 70 of not going to the tournament, not going to Omaha, not experiencing what that could be like. So that's a team I would look out for. The other team, kind of in the same conference, is South Florida. USF.
They always got a decent program.
They've always had a decent program. Now, last year they finished 31-25. Yeah, it's baseball, but you still expect more. This year they started at 6-1, and then they came off of a very good weekend. Their offense is fucking loaded, top to bottom. It's it's loaded. They have bench players that could play and start for teams like ECU. Lot of transfers, a lot of transfers. They went and got 20, more than 20, and they're all good names to have on any team. Um, it you can say that culture matters. It's hard to build a culture when you have so many transfers, right? We know how that
Yeah,
goes in any sport.
that's sadly the world of college sports now, though.
Yeah. So I think when you have a team that goes so heavy on the transfer portal like a USF, it kind of becomes, well, either we didn't get enough playing time somewhere else and we're out to prove ourselves or whatever. There's always a reason, and that can breed a fuck you mentality for everybody. And then it becomes an us against everybody mentality, and that's dangerous. For a baseball team to have a fuck you mentality, it's very, very dangerous
Yeah,
for any team that plays. So I look for that. They do have the two big upperclassmen leaders. You got senior catcher Lance Trippel, stud, stud behind the plate. I think a top five catcher in all of in the nation. You have another upperclassman infielder, Blade Lowry, I think is his last name. I mean, big time offensive unit. I mean, and they're the captains. So when you get two guys on the same page holding it down, like, hey, here's the culture for you transfers. This is how we do shit around here. Like you can get some shit done. If you don't like it, then pack your shit and go play somewhere else. That's why I think it's going so well for them. And I mean, they've had a pretty decent non-conference schedule so far. USF has not played pushovers by any means. Um, and they're gonna
they
have
usually don't.
yeah, and they're gonna play in a conference where you have tournament teams. They're gonna have ECU twice this year when conference play comes around. They're gonna have UTSA, who's a solid squad. They're gonna have
Yeah,
Tulane, who is like an underdog good team. Like they're gonna be ready when it comes to the tournament time, and I think they're gonna find themselves in a good position when it comes time to get regionals underway. I could really see them making a splash. My third and final team, and I'll hand it over to you. Is this the year for Texas? God,
no,
it feels like it could be, right? But they haven't been in a long, long time, and it's felt like it's been their turn the entire fucking time. They have not had good success in the tournament. They were ranked top five to start the year, and they've looked it. They've looked every bit of as a dominant top five team.
yeah,
And I wouldn't be surprised. Now UCLA is up there, and they are legit. I had my questions about UCLA, but what they have shown me in the first 2 weeks of the season, they are they are as good as everyone says they are, and probably then some. Chalowski, oh my. Other than that double he decided not to run out and got lucky no one was covering the bag, he's been aces. He has been something else. That pitching staff has been incredible. UCLA is legit, but I wouldn't be surprised if at some point you saw Texas as the top team in the country. Here's why. The glaring issue for Texas either being a top team or a mid-pack team is the conference they play in. Look here, you can say what you want about basketball and you can say what you want about football, but in this world, SEC runs this shit.
yep.
Plain and simple. The SEC runs college baseball. There's not an
There's
argument.
no doubt about that.
There's not an argument to be made that any other conference has any say to it. Everyone else is competing for second best at this point.
Yes.
When you have the gauntlet of Mississippi State, who's top 5, LSU, who looks every bit as good as they did a year ago, they're starting to figure it out, and they're 8-0.
And they're scoring runs like it's not a problem either.
And they're the defending champions. You have Tennessee, you have Vanderbilt, you have Georgia, you have Florida. South Carolina looks good early. Ole Miss looks incredible early. Oklahoma looks phenomenal. Like, those are 9 teams.
Oklahoma looks really good.
Yeah. Arkansas is always around.
I don't think Oklahoma has what it takes to be one of those top echelon SEC teams, but they're close.
Yeah, they feel close. And it's just like, but those are 10 teams. Name another conference that has 10 teams where you're like, holy fuck. That's our schedule. That is the glaring issue. But if they win, it's a like, yeah, this team's legit. This team's good. So don't be surprised if they run into like Mississippi State or Texas A&M. And if they have a good weekend, don't be surprised you see them at the top. And also, flip side, tournament time, they're going to be battle tested. And you're going to be like, look at what that team went through. Look at what that team did. Look at who they beat. Look at who they competed against. And that's a team you can trust come tournament time. Because
they struggle. They always struggle, though, come tournament time, which I don't get.
Yeah, I've never understood that either. I don't know if it's just one of those things for them. But we'll see. We'll see. Troy Tulo is going to have the boys ready to rock. Tulo's going to have the boys ready. Kind of the key pitchers, Dylan Valantis. I mean, one of the top pitchers in the country. Had a historic 2025 season. Pitched.
Yeah, he's nasty.
Sub 2 earned run average, which for those who are listening to us talk college baseball for the first time, that's near impossible to do. If you have a sub 2 earned run average in college, holy shit.
Unless your name's Paul Skeens.
Yeah, unless your name's Paulie Skeens. Who did
it in the majors, too.
Who's doing it, yeah. Who has the career after first 2 seasons is sub 2, but he's different. He's an outlier.
Yeah, he's built different.
But they're looking for him on Friday nights to be dominant. Ruger Rojas, I mean, he could be on about 95% of the other teams, their Friday night starter. But because he plays for Texas and he has Valantis in front of him, he is the Saturday night ace. He is the guy every Saturday night that gets the ball. And then you have Luke Harrison. Again, another guy who could be a Friday night starter for a mid-major. But because he plays on Texas, he's holding it down on Sundays. And he's probably the most reliable Sunday arm in the country. He's so good. And he's so consistent. He's like non-stressful. Like you see him going to the mound, you're like, I know what I'm going to get from him. I'm going to get 6 to 7 solid, no big deal.
And he looks minimal effort, too.
Yeah. Like he looks like he's not even trying, doesn't break sweats, which is hard to do in Texas.
Yeah, it's always hot.
Come May, like that's difficult to do. Position players, I mean, this is easy. Carson Tenney, Notre Dame transfer, top catcher in the country. Yes. Aiden Robbins, he's Seton Hall transfer, who hit over 400 last year. Holy shit. And then you have Ethan Mendoza, who is looking to be that guy for this team. And that's just like to start. They have depth out of the ass this year.
Definitely think Texas has the edge with the rotation in the SEC.
Yes, I think they have one of the top rotations in the SEC.
Country.
Probably in the country. UCLA definitely rivals
basically, if you have the top rotation in the SEC, you basically have the best one in the country.
Yeah, you're dialed essentially for the remainder of the season. But those are kind of my 3 teams to watch. Who you got on your radar to start the season?
All right, so I'm going to throw this first one. I'm solely basing it off of how they looked this weekend.
Okay.
Kent State is going to be a team to watch.
They look like a low-key wagon after what they did to Tennessee. They hung in there.
Yeah. They won 2 out of 3.
Yeah. In Tennessee country, they went to Knoxville and put 2 out of 3.
But I also want to say, without Tony V, Tennessee looks clueless.
They do look completely different. The
Like, it
culture
is
of
an
Tennessee.
entirely different team than we've seen before.
Yes, they do not like it. I watched my first Tennessee game last week, and it was the game they beat Kent State, and I was like, "This feels different. This looks different.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel like Tennessee
It's an
Vols
entirely
baseball."
different style of baseball.
It is. It's 100% different. It's like, whoa, like this doesn't look like a team that won the national championship just 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like that was 2 years ago. But I mean, he was one of the best coaches in the country for a reason, and he had that thing dialed. But I still think they'll be around tournament time. But yeah, Kent State, fucking A. Another mid-major that's just kind of wreaking havoc early on this year. Like, hello. I believe they're in the MAC, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We love Maction, no matter what the sport. Maction is fantastic. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm pretty sure they're the odds-on favorite to win the MAC.
That doesn't surprise me. Ohio is not who I thought they would be. Miami of
Bowling
Ohio
Green.
is, yeah, Bowling Green is not great. Granted, it's
I don't know.
pretty cold up there right now.
It'd be cool to see Kent State have a dominant year like this and get a shot at a regional.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, baseball is a lot more open to the mid-majors being in the tournaments, I will say.
It's right up there with basketball.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, I wouldn't be shocked. I don't think they'll make Omaha, Kent State, but I think they'll get close.
Yeah.
I could see
I
them.
think they could. I could see them giving teams games in a regional.
Yeah.
Maybe not coming out of a regional, but like showing up to play like, hey, we could be a problem for you if you don't take this serious.
Right. And I mean, if they win their conference, I mean, that would mean they would almost and have a good season, then they would host. Don't let Kent State host.
I don't think they would.
I don't think they would either, but
host.
If they get lucky and get, I don't want to say a weak conference because a weak regional because nobody in the regional is weak, but some are tougher than others, obviously. Then, I mean, cards are played right. They could find themselves in a super. I think super regional is their ceiling. I don't know if they host anything, but I think super regionals for sure is. I could see a few mid-majors getting to a super regional. This year just feels like a year where it's wide open for a lot of teams.
It's a different feeling this year.
Yeah. Like, it's not like, oh, you know. No, I feel like there's a lot of teams out in California that could be good. I feel
there's
like
a lot of Southern teams.
A lot of Southern teams. A lot of Midwest teams. I could be like, yeah, not bad.
I mean, this isn't one of my ones to watch, but a team out of the South that always shows up come regionals, Dallas Baptist.
Dallas Baptist, always. They're struggling to start, but come like April, May, that offense is a fucking weapon, and it's just impossible. And they're putting 12 runs on you, and all of a sudden you find them in Omaha, and you're like, how the fuck did they get here?
Yeah, exactly.
Who's another team you got, though, on your list?
Florida State.
Okay. Rough weekend, though.
So I watched some of the tournament they played in this past weekend. It was at the Rangers ballpark.
Right.
I like what I see out of Florida State. They're a very, very well-rounded team.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem like there's really a loophole on that team. The only issue is when one of their bats went cold, all of them did. That's one thing that kind of worries me.
Right. So, like, streaky hitting is kind of the concern for them.
Now, the first game they played, I believe, Friday, they had the clutch hits in the moments. Their second game Saturday, they struggled in those exact same moments.
Mm-hmm.
They have a very good pitching staff.
Yeah, I would agree.
Which, honestly, this year I think it's a down year for the ACC.
Yeah, but I mean,
you're gonna have your Virginia, North Carolina be good like always.
Yep. Tech looks decent to start.
Tech's always another one that's always around.
Mm-hmm. Clemson looks okay. NC State looks all right. Yep.
But I put Florida State as number 2 or number 3 ACC school right now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, Georgia Tech looks insane too. I hate to say
Yes.
that. I
They're
absolutely despise saying
very
that.
good baseball team.
But that is a very good baseball team. I watched them play. Oh God, who'd they have over the weekend? They had some 0-5 team come to town. I'm sorry I forget your name, but yeah, I saw them play and it went, fuck, they're really good. That irritates me so much. It's all right. As long as Georgia goes to town and beats them, I think they're playing next week. Not this week, but next week. Then we'll be fine. Yeah, I think we have they come to us for a game and we go to them for a game type thing because we're so close. We have that happening, I think, in a week or two. So we need to kick their ass.
Yeah,
but
that's a good test early for both sides.
Oh yeah. Oh, they played Stony Brook. Thank you. Mm-hmm. They played Stony Brook.
That's usually a very good program too.
Yeah, they're struggling though.
That's kind of one of those that you don't really hear about. They get on a hot streak and they're starting to cause problems.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the streak is not streaking because they're streaking in a bad direction because they started 0-8.
Yeah. They've had a rough couple few years.
Right. But like you said, they could probably upset somebody here come May. That's where it'll really get interesting. Who's your final team here?
This one's kind of a bold prediction. They're either going to be hit or miss.
Okay.
Long Beach State, the Dirtbags.
The Dirtbags, yep.
They're gonna be hit or miss.
That sounds like Long Beach State baseball, hit or miss right there.
The reason I put them as a one to watch is the brand of baseball they play.
Very exciting.
They will bunt you to death if you can't stop it. They will nickel and dime, scratch and claw to beat you 2-1, 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
They play a very, in my opinion, traditional foundational game.
Oh yeah. For the old whites that watch baseball, they would love watching the Dirtbags play some baseball.
Fundamentally sound is an understatement with that team.
Yeah, like if you don't know how to play fundamental baseball, they're
gonna beat you every day.
Yeah, like they do everything fundamentally that you could do. It's just you could put a tape of them doing fundamentals to like a younger kids and be like, play like that, do that, follow that. They might turn it off and go watch to these one-handed grabs for no reason, but you know, it's fine. But you're right. They do everything great. But again, it's that streakiness.
Exactly.
It's that streakiness because nickel and diamond works until
you play a team that can overpower you.
Exactly. Until you play a good defensive team who has absolute weapons who can go just yard 1 to 9. Their pitching staff is interesting, I will say. But they're so good defensively too that I don't think it'll matter. I think they'll be around come tournament time. I think another mid-major that I don't know if super regionals is their ceiling, but I think
I have a regional appearance as their ceiling.
For sure. And I think they could probably take one game, surprise some people.
Yes.
Because I think I don't know if they'll be anything more than a 4 seed depending on the regional they get into.
Yep.
But I think they'll be around. I think they'll get in. They'll get voted in. Obviously, if they go and win their conference, then they're automatically in. Because this is a lot like basketball. You win your conference, you're automatically in.
Yep.
So things could get really weird come tournament time. Things got weird last year when tournament time came around. So
they did, but also the teams you expected to perform did.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, and obviously Bobby and I, you know who we're riding with. He's riding with his Pitt Panthers, obviously. I'm riding with my dogs. But until the day we die, it's Sean Sup wagon for life.
Billy, you know who my college baseball team is. It's not Pitt.
It's not Pitt. It is the LSU defending champions. Bobby is LSU.
For anybody that says I'm a bandwagon fan, I've watched LSU baseball since about 2007.
Yeah, and they weren't the best in 2007.
No. I remember throwing it back. Mason Katz was there.
Oh.
I remember when Bregman got there.
Yeah, old Breggy. Yep, shortstop.
Yes, because he was, the tradition there is, I believe number 8 is like the team captain kind of.
Yep.
The player to wear number 8 is voted on.
Yep. Yeah, you don't just get to pick your number 8. Like, they vote it for you, and you're the captain, which is a pretty cool tradition. I would definitely do that kind of tradition for my team. But let's get to the shocks of the week, kind of the week headlines here. Let's go midweek here. We talked about Coastal. They got upset. Charleston came to town.
That was a hell of a baseball game.
Hell of a baseball game. 4-3 win. Morehead State, 8-6 W at Kentucky, who was ranked in the top 20 last week. Cincinnati blanked Auburn, who is top 10.
I don't think Auburn's that good this year.
I don't think they are either. They're good on paper. They're paper good to me. I don't know if they're tournament ready or tournament good, but they're definitely on paper really good.
But also, I don't want to take anything away because Cincinnati traditionally has a very good baseball team too.
Absolutely. And they look like they're going to...
Cincinnati is a very solid team as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not taking anything away from them.
But this is the SEC we're talking about, so we expect more. The standard is the standard in the Southeastern Conference. It just is.
Is winning.
It just is. TCU, Bobby, struggles continue, man. They were a top 10 team going in this year, and they continue to struggle. We'll get to the weekend that they had. They fell to UT Arlington 11-8 during the week. But let's get to the weekend headlines. How about a team that no one expected to be hot right now? Northwestern went to the Hub City Invitational and swept that shit.
Yeah.
Had a crazy walk-off on Saturday and then went nuclear with their offense on Sunday. Went crazy this week.
Who else was in that?
Oh, gosh. Who was in that? Let me find out here.
Nebraska had a big upset yesterday, too. I forget who they beat.
Oh, gosh. Who did Nebraska?
Nebraska beat somebody 10-1. And it was like a big upset. Who the hell was it, though?
Yesterday?
Yes, yesterday.
My phone.
But yeah, Northwestern went up there. Hey, Arizona's going through it right now. You want to talk?
Which is odd because they're usually another team that's always there.
What is he asking about?
Nebraska. But yeah, 1-7 to start this year for Arizona. Not good. So it's going so bad. You have Arizona State's coaches, throwing shade. I don't know if you saw his interview yesterday, but throwing shade. Let's see, who else was in this deal? Where is Northwestern? Oh, Nebraska beat Florida State in
That's right.
A Maggie Bank College Baseball Series. It was one of the tournaments there. Because for those who don't know, at the beginning of the year, because it's like fucking cold and we start in February, a lot of times we'll have teams do tournaments.
Stanford one.
In warm areas.
In very warm areas. Like, to begin the year, we had teams playing in Puerto Rico.
There was Texas, Florida.
Yeah, those are the main ones. So you're not going to see a lot of games up in, like, Ohio.
No.
And I don't know why I cannot find this damn tournament. Boston College was in it. Which, they're okay. They're not great. They're not sensational.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, I don't know who else. But, yeah, they did the Hub City Invitational and swept it. TCU struggles continue. They had to endure a sweep of UCLA. This was an early year series I was looking forward to because of how high TCU was.
And they did not show up.
No, they forgot to get out of the hotel room. all 3 days because they got swept by UCLA. Now, this also could mean that UCLA is that legit. It can mean one of two things. TCU's that bad, or UCLA is just that good. We just don't know. Time will tell. Mississippi State and Ole Miss, though. This is not adding to my this could be a good year for Georgia in the SEC time right now because Ole Miss and Oklahoma or Mississippi State looks all the way back, and Ole Miss looks fucking phenomenal. Both 8-0, both in the top 25. It's ridiculous how good they are. Ridiculous. Bobby, I know you're pumped about LSU. Their championship defense has started with an absolute mega 8-0 start. It was kind of looking rough that first weekend, but now that offense is scoring at will.
Yeah. And they played over the weekend. They played better competition.
Oh yeah,
which I like to see. They performed very well against Indiana and Notre Dame.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know we talked about Auburn. They had a decent weekend. It wasn't a great weekend, but I mean Bristol Carter has been the standout player for them this year. So look out for him this year. He'll probably carry the load for Auburn going forward. Let's look to the future. Let's look to this week. Week 3. Holy shit, we're at week 3 already. Whew. Midweek, we've got some good ones. Undefeated Arizona State travels to undefeated and ranked 13th Oklahoma for 2 games.
That's going to be a very good game.
Tuesday and Wednesday, they will play 2 games this week. Could be fun.
That's going to be a very good 2 games.
Oh, yeah. UNC Greensboro, who, if you don't know UNC Greensboro, are always around. They're another mid-major that no one talks about, that always has a good record, alongside UNC Wilmington. They're going to try and be a tough out against 16th ranked Wake Forest. Wake Forest looks pretty good. I don't know if they're going to be a Omaha team. I think they're missing some things. This is not the team of 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But I think they'll make some noise.
That team was loaded 2 years ago.
Yes. Number 10, Florida will host FIU, who's off to an epic start. 7-1. 7-1 for FIU. And Florida has struggled with some of these mid-major teams early.
Which is something you're not used to seeing.
Oh, yeah. Number 12, Southern Miss will host one of the top-ranked, the top non-ranked teams in the country in Alabama. I'm shocked they're not ranked. I was shocked when I looked at the rankings today, and they were not in it. That surprised me a lot. What's up, Jason?
Just leaving tryouts.
Yeah?
Trying to get my damn AirPods to work, and they won't freaking work.
Bobby, I can't hear you, brother. What happened?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you were talking. Your screen was going green, so I thought you were talking. My bad.
Negative, sir.
There we go. It's fucking working now.
It's fucking working now. Minnesota is hosting Kansas, who, if you don't know, Minnesota is 5-2. Kansas is 5-2 as well. So, good starts for two teams who we don't really talk about a whole lot.
That's a very good middle of the pack game.
Yes, that'll be good. If you're looking for a mid-pack team that could surprise people come May, that's a good one to watch. The weekend.
I don't think either of those two is. They're both good, but I don't think either of them are good enough to get over that hump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think the Big 12 is phenomenal this year, and I think the Big 10 is going to make some noise this year in college baseball. So I wouldn't be surprised. Weekend, Bobby, we got some good tournaments this weekend.
Boys, I'll be right back on.
All right, buddy. We've got some good. This one is fucking loaded. So we have another baseball series for the Amegi Bank Baseball College Series down in Globe Life. Here are the 6 teams in this deal. Number 4 ranked Mississippi State. Current undefeated non-ranked Arizona State, who goes to Oklahoma. They're going to have a hell of a week. Number 20, Tennessee. Number 1, UCLA. Number 23, Texas A&M. And I think a 7-1 Virginia Tech. You want to talk about a fucking loaded invitational.
You know what? Honestly, this is the perfect. I know it's still early, but this is a week where Arizona State can just be like, hey, don't count us lightly.
Yeah, because they've been loud over there. Like, the beat writers have been very loud. Like, why is Arizona State not getting the respect it deserves? This could be the week if they pull it. They're going to Oklahoma for 2, and they have this tournament. If they can make some noise, that would go a long way, especially with UCLA being in there, especially with them. You also have
I think this could be a good chance for a Tennessee bounce back to kind of get back to form.
Right, because they do not look the same as a year ago. You have the Bruce Bolt College Classic. Jason, you're probably going to want to watch this weekend because Ohio State's in this deal. You also have, and Ohio State's off to a pretty decent start. They're not bad. UTSA is in it. Baylor's in it. Number 25, Ole Miss is in it. Number 3, Texas is in it. And then, Bobby, number 9, Coastal Carolina is in it.
Where's your winner?
We have our winner. But they do have to get through number 3, Texas, who I feel...
That's light work for Coastal.
We also have the Frisco College Baseball Classic with Houston, Oregon State, Iowa, and Alabama. That's going to be a good one.
It's a good crop, too.
Oh, yeah. Las Vegas College Baseball Classic, you're going to have Arizona, who we thought would be a lot better. But it's just not going well for them. They're in a thing with Oregon, Vanderbilt, and UC Irvine. Good luck.
That's a rough group as well.
It's a rough time to be 1-7 when you're going into a 4-team classic. Georgia Tech will host White Hot Northwestern. We have the Battle of Florida this weekend, Bobby. It's Miami and Florida. It's in Miami. This one's good every single year, this rivalry series.
Yeah, those games usually are always very good.
Those are bangers. Louisiana Tech goes toe-to-toe with number 12 Southern Miss. Louisiana Tech 7-1 to start the year. And then South Carolina, who's off to a hot start, will battle number 15 Clemson, who is also 7-1. So we have a slated weekend of college baseball, for sure.
I like seeing a lot of ranked teams playing each other.
Absolutely. I am down for that. But that's kind of what to look for. It's kind of the 3 teams we're looking at now. It's kind of the basis of what we're going to do. College baseball, kind of go over the games, kind of go over what we saw, what to look for. I don't think we'll go over specific scores in that, but it's kind of what we're going to kind of look forward to. But we're going to let you all go. YouTube, have a lovely rest of your Tuesday, and we will see you guys next week. Goodbye.